Hey guys, you join me here, Snow86, and we are back on Ladyhill. So today, very simply, we are out collecting the grass we've cut. So we've cut the last 3 fields. It was a good dry evening yesterday, so we bait into it, cut it, rolled it up, and we are out here early this morning now, literally collecting it, throwing it straight into the pit, and that then will be us for grass this year. I don't think there's any need for me to go cut again, because let's be honest, we'll have probably close to 300,000 litres. This is yielding particularly well. Trust me, my luck, I picked probably the wrong fields to do hay with, but hey ho, we learned the lesson on it. None of these fields had fertilizer, so I'm not sure why these 3 fields down here gave us a bumper yield of grass, but we're getting some savage grass, guys. Um, so we'll crack on, get this baby in motion, and away we go again, and we'll just keep collecting. Yeah, I think we had like 150 odd thousand litres, I think, of grass when we started this, maybe 170,000 litres, and we're well up over 200, heading for 3. So yeah, it's just one of those things, can't explain it, but we got a savage yield of grass. So today we, as I say, are going to be out here doing this. Once we have this wrapped up, we will then turn our attentions to spreading a little bit of fertilizer out here on these fields. So we will be probably more or less emptying I won't say emptying it, but we're definitely going to be taking 40, 50, 60,000 litres of silage out of the pit. Or not silage, slurry out of the tanker under the farm, so that will leave a fair dent in our slurry reserves. So again, another reason why I think it's just important to have the cows in the shed, because I think we've missed out maybe close to 3 months now of no manure and no slurry being produced. So hopefully now, by jumping on this process, we'll get back on track, and hopefully we'll be able to rebuild those supplies again. So that's the way we're looking at it. Don't think that's going to work, is it? Oh, we'll be able to turn there. Oh yeah, so that's where we are, guys. Fairly simple. Today is carting grass and tanking. Nothing too much more exciting than that. We must be pretty close, 81%, so we're fairly close to full. And we've literally done one run around the field, as you've seen, so it's fairly high yielding grass. I don't know why. I'm not complaining. It's just a shame that we only got the 7 hay bales out of it. So unless when you till it and dry it to grass, you lose a bit, and that probably would make a little bit of sense. The quality of grass would probably disappear a little bit, and also the I think that actually just managed to be 100% right on that mark, so that's handy. So we'll slip out the gate again, that we're just here, and yeah, head back for the farm. So as I said, nothing too exciting other than this. As I said, we have a little bit of slurry to go on. It's kind of the quiet again before the storm picks up. It seems to come in waves. We have the soybean harvest yet to come, so when that comes, there'll be a little bit of, I won't say panic or pressure, but there will be a little bit of work to be done around the place again. And yeah, it'll just kind of seems to go in little waves. This year the question is, we might do it, we might plough up some of our grass ground, because it does need to be ploughed. And actually that is exactly what we will probably do this year, because this will be the last cut of grass, so it's a great opportunity now for us to reseed. I think there's 4 of the paddocks needed, so we're definitely going to reseed 4 of them. So that's an autumn job that we'll be cracking on with as well. So with that, we actually won't be spreading slurry. We'll probably actually be ploughing grass, plough the grass under, and spread some lime, do some fertilizing, and well, we will be spreading slurry, I suppose, in that regard, but we'll be looking to plant grass. So that had completely escaped my mind till now. So yeah, that is something we will be doing, guys. So you can see, for some odd reason, I get this when I try and unload here. I'm not 100% sure why, but if I go slightly to the side, there you go, we can now unload again. So it's strange, not sure what's causing it, but we'll see. It'll hopefully all flatten out and work out for me when we cover this pit. I hope. You see how that's not kind of just not emptying, and there it goes, empties then again. So it's a strange old thing. I'm not sure what's causing it, but we'll try and fix it afterwards. That pit has been nothing but grief for us, unfortunately. So something we just got to keep an eye on as well as we're going. So the rest of this day will actually change, because it is going to rain here probably in another 2 hours. I think it's due around 1 o'clock, and it's currently 10ish, half 10. So we have a little bit of time left before we're going to get done in by the rain. But yeah, for now we will crack on, get the grass in, and we're going to take a different route this time, because that gate entrance below is tight. So this is one of the fields we'll be ploughing, and actually the field I think we're working in currently is one of the fields we'll be ploughing. So these will all be ripped up, and yeah, that will give us a better chance to get the grass resown, which is exactly where we want to be. So let me just get lined up here, and away we go again. So we'll enable cruise control, we'll make sure we're picking up. We are sweet as a nut. So we've probably maybe 2.5 loads left in this field, I would think. Maybe just even 2, or even 1.5. We'll have to see. It's in that range anyway. I would imagine 2 loads will probably be the magic number. So we'll stick at it until we get it done. Yeah, it's probably, I just see how many windrows we've left. It's probably 2 loads. So we're going to crack on with it, get it done, and as I say, it'll be raining for the most of the afternoon then, I think, here, so we can't get much done then, but we will get back out here, break out the plough, and start work on getting these fields turned around and getting grass back in them. Attempt to widen them. I'm hoping if I widen them I won't wreck the guidance steerings, which will be a bit of an annoyance if we do, but hey, look, we're going to widen them, and yeah, we'll see how we get on, guys. So until later on today, or possibly early tomorrow, I'd say more realistically early tomorrow, we'll leave it here. We're going to crack on, keep going with this, and I will be back here in a little bit, and we'll have the subsoiler on, and we'll be busting up some grass sods. And we are back, guys. So we are out, and we are just turning the sods on our grass field. So we've 3 done, 1 left to do. So we're just going to kind of bait on and get this done. Oh, the door's opening. Yeah, so we're just yeah, not really that much. There's rain due shortly in a couple of hours, so we say we crack on and try and get this field work done. Now, yes, we have done this backwards, but the reason we did it backwards is we just widened our fields a little bit. So we kind of did some exploratory ploughing, we'll say, or even subsoiling. So we've just linted the grass fields, just squared them up a little bit, so it'll be easier for spreading fertilizer and all that good stuff too. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the guidance. I haven't tried it yet, but that's not to say it won't have messed with it, but we didn't take too much, so hopefully it won't be as bad as field 12 up there. Now for the rest of it, we should be pretty okay. As I say, we've 1 field left to go. There's no pressure on us doing this, but the sooner we do it, the sooner we get it reseeded, and the sooner the grass goes back, which means that coming into next year we should be in a much better position then, because we'll have these done, and then there will be 3 fields left to two fields left to till after this. So whenever they come up for required plough, we'll do it. There's also one of them fields we'll probably take some trees out, and again just make it a slightly bigger grass field, as in the short term we won't really be able to afford to buy too many more fields, I would imagine, so we need to maximize the ground we have. So that's what we're at, guys. No, I did notice as well, I think there's definitely 4 fields. 2 seconds. an old tickle in the throat. So yeah, we've definitely 4 fields that I believe we need to re-soil sample. Not sure why they popped up. I thought, my memory was with grass you got 6 cuts out of it, or was it just in general I think you got 6 harvests? No, maybe, yeah, that'd be right. Yeah, we probably cut grass 6 times in these fields. So yeah, basically the grass fields will need to be resampled at some stage. Now we'll probably do it this time around, and then maybe leave it skip again for 2 to 3 years before then we'll get back in and apply lime. We will be applying lime this time, and we will be spreading manure this time. So that's other things we're going to be doing to these fields even, just to help us improve our yields across the grass. So it's not vitally important, but as I say, it's all now about maximizing without running up huge bills, and the huge bills is what we're trying to avoid, at least until the cows start making money, because then we can really start trying to whittle down the debt in this farm and maybe start improving some machinery. Ideally this size map, probably a 350 horsepower tractor would be loads, so that's probably what we're going to aim towards. Now we have the hire purchased, and we do also have the ability to find used gear, so you never know, we might come across something that is within our wheelhouse and is at a decent price. But for now we have this beauty. I think we've nearly 35 hours up on the clock, so it's quite substantial. And I must actually check my tires, because we are using the replace tires, I think it's called, is it? Do that. So I think we're using the replace tires mod, and basically what that does is, in fact, I'll jump out now and we'll see has it had any effect. It doesn't look like it has. Nice little bits of clumps of dead grass and stuff stuck to our tires, but our tires there are looking fairly fresh, so I'm not sure about that. Well, it's good for us, it means we don't need to replace them, but I thought it was around the 50-hour mark. Your tires, they're meant to degrade over time and kind of look balder, so the idea is then you'd replace your tires, which I think is a fantastic idea. I really like the principle of it, but I'm not 100% sure is it working on this tractor. Oh, there is the rain, so thought we'd a little bit more time than that. So that's a little bit of a bummer. We'll crack on for a little bit because it's not too bad yet, and the more of this we get done, the better it is for us. So we're just going to go back here and drop onto that bit. But yeah, we won't stay up for too long, because we will start making mud of these areas, and that's not what we're about. So I should be able to drop in there. We might get this field finished, but we'll see how. We'll have to see how we get on. Yeah, that rain is going to start coming. There are the dark clouds in the sky. Not pretty, but we'll just have to kind of see how we go. Still some blue there, so it's not all doom and gloom just yet. But definitely just got to keep an eye out for it. Yeah, it'll probably stop us, but again, we've other stuff to do anyway. We've got to get back to the farm, feed the animals for the evening. I think this rain, I think once it lands, it kind of clears up for a little bit, but it's kind of back again in the evening, so this will kind of put a stop to any further works for the day. And I think actually it might see us roll into September. Need to confirm that, but in fact we can confirm that right now. Indeed, it will see us roll into September, so we'll have to pay another $5 in our repayments to the bank. Not ideal, but we've made a bit of money from selling the cows and the clearing out the pastures and stuff, so we're up to 37,000, so we're not too bad. We'll be down to 32 after this, but then again we have a couple of crops to sell, and I think we're holding our own so far. It's not too bad. It's not putting us under immediate pressure. And my only concern really is the fact that we might not have the money collected in time for 12 months time, when we're going to be going after that bigger cattle shed. So it might be a case of maybe trade in the combine, pick up a real old used one, that might be on the cards. It'd be a shame because the big combine really does make harvest a dream, but if we need the money rolling into this time next year, that is potentially an option. That combine should sell for, I would imagine, close to 200,000. So even if we got 150, it might enable us just to replace it over the winter with an older used combine. Normally not the way farms operate, but if we need the money to get that second shed down to enable us to do what we want to do with the cows, I think that would short-term loss for long-term gain would probably outweigh any negatives. And there is a fair bit of negatives to doing it, because harvest will become a pain. But well, can it ever really become a pain? Harvest is always fairly enjoyable. So we're going to probably wrap it up here shortly, because this rain is coming in more and more. It doesn't look, well, there's still blue sky in the area, but our ground is getting wetter and wetter, and yeah, it's going to get to a stage where we're just putting more mud on the tires, and we're in a good place. We're well ahead of ourselves. We've more or less 2.5 fields done, 1 to go, so it's not too bad. So all going well, we can keep up this rate of work. As I say, we've got to get out here with lime, we've got to get out here with slurry, then break out the seeder, get out here again, seeds, get it all looked after. Yeah, there's a lot to do. So all these things will have to be taken care of, and we've got to soil sample it. Excuse me. So yeah, lots of little bits, niggly bits to be doing, but I think we have the time. We're waiting for our beans to come in. I think we've no more grass cutting to do for the year, so we're kind of ahead on that. So it's a good time to do this kind of work. We can't plant anything. The other crops we're going to be planting this year will all be planted in early spring. So yeah, it looks like we have ample time really to be kind of doing these bits and just improve the quality of our grassland. So that's it, guys. I'm going to call it here. We're going to crack on. A couple of passes left to do, and then we'll get back to the farm, get out of this weather. And yeah, as always, I've been Snowman86, guys. This has been Ladyhill, and until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all again. Take care.